So we have got Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we have got different constructions. One is the demonstrative construction, which is demonstrative noun plus demonstrated noun. In this case, both are definite. Demonstrated noun is definite. In this follows it. The demonstrated noun follows it. But in all other cases, as far as the selection of the demonstrative noun is concerned, demonstrative noun will follow the demonstrated noun. In case of definite indefinite, since demonstrative noun is always a definite noun, so we have to bring the demonstrated noun as definite. But out of the whole chart of demonstrative nouns, what we have to select is according to what this is. If it is singular, this will be singular. If it is masculine, this will be masculine. If it is in Rafa form, it will be in Rafa form. If it is in Jar form, it will be in Jar form. Is that clear? For example, kitabun, or you can say al kitabu, then al waladatu, girl, then is an nisa'u, then is qalamaini, al qalamaini. Now we have to make demonstrative constructions of all of them. Humera, sorry, इसके पीछे कुछ एडिशन चाहिए? तो किसी और शेप का है, एक्सटेंशन चाहिए इसके पीछे। वो एक पीस वो पड़ा हुआ, वो तो नहीं लगना इसमें?
You want Qareeb, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Qareeb or Baid, both.
Haulaika? No? Or is it treated as singular feminine? Because it's
There's no word like haulaika.
haulai.
Yes, either haulai nisa'u or ulaika nisa'u. So we have to select, this is plural feminine, what else? And in Rafa form, so this has to be in Rafa form. Then Umar al waladatu, yeah, it's singular feminine, girl. So bring the suitable demonstrative noun for this. Tilkal waladatu, that girl. Tilkal waladatu. Badr Majid, al kitabu. Hazal kitabu. Hazal, you are right. Selection is okay. Haza al kitabu, that means hazal kitabu. Badr Imran, al qalamaini. Suitable demonstrative noun. See the chart first. Don't make a mistake. Excellent. Hazainil kalamaini. So what were your considerations? Exactly. And in Musanna there is a difference of i'rab. Had it been kalamani, hadani. Exactly. Are you with me? See the chart of demonstrative nouns. Yeah. Musanna is divided into two, rafa form and nasab and jar form. Okay. So since kalamaini is in rafa in nasab or jar form, look at it. Here, look at it. Since this is in nasab or jar form, it has to be in nasab and jar form. And had it been al kalamani, then the suitable one, see the chart now. Yes. Then the demonstrative noun with this would have been Hazani, exactly. Hazanil kalamani. Do you understand? Sister Sophia? Did you understand? Hazanil kalamani. So this is in rafa form and this is in nasab or jar form. Is that clear to everybody? How to make the selection of the demonstrative noun? Now we will take one single example, that is Kitabul Waladi. So this is what? Mudaf, and this is Mudafun ilay. The relation and related to. Now the English translation of this is Book of the Boy. Book of the boy. Now we want to bring the demonstrative noun as mubtada to whole of this construction. First possibility is this whole becomes the khabar and ismul ishara or the demonstrative noun is the mubtada. So it will be look this, then is. Now whatsoever is before this is mubtada, before is mubtada, and whatsoever is after that is khabar. Is that clear? So simple translation of this is, since book is masculine in Arabic, so haza is our selection and simply you will write down Kitabul Waladi. This is the book of the boy. This is the book of the boy. Is it clear? She has the chart before her. Haza Kitabul Waladi. This is the book of the boy. Now this haza is what? Mubtada, and this is mudaf, this is mudafun ilay, and they both join together to become the khabar. Now the other possibility. Demonstrative noun as khabar. Now first make the English sentence in which the demonstrative noun is the khabar. Athar. How to do that, Brother Majid? What we have to do to make it khabar? In English, we have to bring it after is. This will be mubtada, and book of the boy is this one. Book of the boy is this one. Now, is in the center, and this, but in English our idiom is we use one also, is this one. So first of all, mubtada has to be definite and rafa form. So look, Kitabul Walad is definite because this is related to marfa and the whole is marfa. This is in rafa form, the whole will be considered in rafa form. This is singular, the whole will be considered in singular. This is masculine, the whole will be considered masculine. So the whole, the relative construction is masculine, rafa and masculine and definite. So Kitabul Waladi will become, Kitabul Waladi becomes mubtada, and the khabar is haza. But this has already been used by the Arabs to demonstrate the mudaf. To avoid the confusion, what they do is they simply add a pronoun here, and the suitable pronoun here is huwa. This we will learn today, the pronouns, and this will be added, and this will differentiate this construction from the other construction, Kitabul Waladi Hada. So this is haza as khabar. This is mubtada, and huwa haza is khabar.
Huwa will be part of the khabar?
Yes, of course.
What does the huwa means?
It, he, and it. It masculine and he is huwa. But it doesn't have the meanings of it or he here.
Here
It's just as an idiom it is used. Then demonstration towards mudaf. Demonstration towards mudaf. Our mudaf is kitab. Before that we do demonstration towards mudafun ilayh. That is easy. So our construction is Kitabul Waladi, book of the boy. But we want to say book of this boy. There are many boys, but we want to say, oh, book of this boy. So to do that, what an Arab will do, he will simply, this is the demonstrated noun. You have to bring before this, let's try first. Haza is the suitable concerned demonstrative noun. Hazal waladi. So what is the i'rab of this haza now? Jar. Because haza is mabni, in itself it doesn't show the i'rab. So the i'rab of this will be determined according to this. So this is in jar form, this is also in jar form. So this whole will become what? Mudafun ilayh and jar form. Now we don't have any objection. So kitab remains kitab without alif lam and without tanween. So kitabu hazal waladi, book of this boy. But if we want to demonstrate, so this is this form. Then if we want to demonstrate the mudaf, now there is a problem. Kitabul waladi is the basic construction we have, and we have to add haza with kitab, and to make a demonstrative construction what we are supposed to have is haza and al kitabu. But to attain the status of mudaf, it has to have alif lam. It doesn't have to have alif lam. Should not have. But if we don't bring it with alif lam, it cannot become the demonstrated noun. So Arabs solve this problem simply. They remove haza from here. Brother, you can come with the class. Feel at home. So what the Arab will do, he will simply do kitabul waladi haza, book of this book of boy. The Arabic English translation of this is this book of boy, of the boy, sorry, this book of the boy. You know in the Quran you have the construction when two brothers of sons of Adam, Habil and Qabil, Qabil killed Habil, and then he was upset that what to do with the dead body of this brother. A crow comes and he digs the soil and buries the dead body of his brother, its brother, into that soil, and then covers it with the soil, crushed. Oh, then he says, Ya laytani kuntu misla hadal ghurabi. Ghurab means crow. Kuntu misla hadal ghurabi. Oh alas, had I been like this crow. So this crow, hadal ghurabi, that is demonstration towards mudafun ilayh. Is it clear now? We can proceed. What we have to learn today is another very important subject, and that is the chapter of pronouns. Umar, what is a pronoun? What is a pronoun? Pronouns. In Arabic you will say a noun which comes in place of a noun. A noun which comes in place of a noun. In English we say it's the word which comes in place of a noun. But in Arabic this is a subdivision of the noun. So it's a special class that a word is used with itself as a noun, but it stands for another noun. Right?
In Arabic, pronoun is not a class by itself, it's part of noun.
Yes, but there are only three classes in Arabic language: ism, fail and harf. Everything has come to under these three headings. So this comes under the heading of noun. And it has got all the qualities of noun. It has got its i'rab, it has got its gender, it has got its masculine and plural and i'rab, everything. and they are all definite. We have already learned all the damair are pronouns, are definite nouns. You have the chart already with you. You know, in the case of demonstrative nouns, the difference of i'rab we only found in musanna. But in case of pronouns, all the pronouns of the rafa form are different from the nasab and jar form. Very, very important thing. Very, very important thing.
Each has a different form.
Each of them has different form. So first of all, we will be doing pronouns in rafa form. Pronouns in rafa form. Now these 14 columns, now the whole Arabic will be contained within these 14 boxes, the whole Arabic. This is the final box. So this is singular, this is singular, wahid. This is the chart of pronouns. This is the chart of pronouns in rafa form. Upward arrow is our sign of rafa. Pronouns in rafa form. Now it's clear? Singular, that means wahid, then muthanna, that is muthanna, and then jama, that is plural. Now the pronouns in, again, this is third person pronouns. Third person pronouns. Mara, do you know what is third person?
He, she.
Exactly. In Arabic it is called ghaib. We suppose that it's not present there, he or she. If it is present in front of us, we will say you. If I am myself, I will say I or we. But it's third person, not me, not you, but third person. So in Arabic it is called ghaib. Then second person. Second person, that is called in Arabic hadir, present before you. And then the first person, it is in Arabic called mutakallim, the one who is speaking. Mutakallim. Then this subdivision, in case of first person there is no subdivision of gender, remember that. But in third person and second person there is a definite division between the gender. There is a masculine gender and there is a feminine gender. Feminine and masculine. Mudhakkar and muannath. You should try to remember the Arabic terms also. And then again the same is the division. This is the masculine, mudhakkar, and here is the feminine, that is the muannath. Now, huwa is the rafa form of masculine, singular, masculine, third person in rafa form.
Equivalent of he.
He and it both. It masculine and he. There is no subdivision of it and he in Arabic. If it's masculine, it will be huwa. If it's feminine, it will be hiya. So this is he oblique it masculine, and this is she oblique it feminine. Is that clear? Then plural musanna of both of them is huma. Huma. All of them are full words. Remember, all the pronouns in rafa form are independent words. Independent words. Yes?
In the chart it has who without the huwa and
No. See, it will be written at the top. It's the nasab and jar form.
So this is different than the chart.
Yes, of course. Do you find that other chart?
Page 30.
It's just in front of the asmaul ishara, the demonstrative nouns.
Page 30. Okay.
So huwa, hiya, huma, huma, then every all of them full words. So this is they two, and this is also they two. TWO2, not TWO2. Then is hum. Hum is they masculine. And hunna is they feminine. You know, any one of you who have never heard huwa? Is there anyone to whom this word is new? Huwa, qul huwa Allahu ahad. So this is huwa. Ulaika humul muflihun. This is hum. Right? Hiya hatta matla'il fajr. So three of them are well known to each one of you. So nothing is new. This is duplication, huma and huma. So one word, and this is that most of you may not be knowing about this word. Then second person. Anta. Anta. Antuma. You know, this was ha was the indication of third person, and the addition of meme sakin was the indication of masculine plural. Here ant is the indication of the second person, and antum, this meme sakin, antum is you plural masculine nominative case, nominative form, rafa form.
Anta is you.
Anta is you singular masculine. Then simply you have to replace this fatha to kasra, anti, you feminine singular, anti, this same antuma, and here was hunna, and what should be here? No, don't see from the chart, guess it. This was hum, antum and hunna.
Antumunna. Antuna.
Here where meme is there? No meme.
Antun.
Antunna. So I haven't told this to you. You know it by yourself. At least you made it. Hum antum, hunna, antunna. Now there is symmetry. Hum, antum, hunna, antunna. Huma, huma, antuma, antuma. Then huwa, hiya, anta, anti. Ana, this is word used in Urdu also. In Urdu it is pronounced as ana. Meri ana badi mutassir ho rahi hai. But in Arabic it is pronounced as ana. The alif is not pronounced. Ana. You want to say it ana, ana. And nahnu is we. This is we. And this is I.
Masculine and feminine is the same, right?
Same. Why it is same?
I is I.
Hmm?
I is I and we is we, regardless of the sex. I mean, regardless of the gender.
Why? When you become I and we, there is no gender? There is. In Arabic language, nothing is illogical, remember. When you are speaker by yourself, then you know yourself very well. When you are talking of somebody else, you have to identify. But when you are yourself, you know yourself. So everything is logical. So huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, unna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu.
The usage, if a female uses ana,
Mhm.
is it a different usage?
No, same.
Same, right?
Can you write the translations on antuma?
Actually, in English, the nominative form is also you and the objective form is also you. I intentionally didn't write it. So this is the nominative form of you. All you nominative form. So this is you, this is you, this is you. What to write? Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. You have to make this chart engraved into your mind. This chart is the whole Arabic. Now the whole Arabic is within this chart. So the placement that this is muthanna, masculine third person, second person. This is plural first person. This is plural feminine third person. So you have to have the clear placement in your mind. This chart should be engraved. So huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Now within your heart you follow me. Join my voice. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Now whisper within yourself, but follow my tone so that the track is there. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Now you follow me. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. We'll continue after Salat, inshallah.
أشهد أن لا إله
जल्दी आ जाइए जी। So we were memorizing, Bismillah wala huwa akhirah. We were memorizing the chart. Who was here? Okay, he left. So you will follow me when I complete the line, then you will speak. Huwa, huma, hum. Look at the chart and positions. It should be in your mind that this is musanna, feminine, third person position. This is plural, feminine, second person position. So with position you have to memorize. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Not huma. Huma, alif is there. If it was this much, then it is huma. So huwa, huma, hum. This is not huwa. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. This should be ikhfa at noon. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Ana, nahnu. Ana, nahnu. Not ana. I hear one voice is ana. 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 It's written ana, but to be pronounced ana. Ana. Nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Tunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Now two lines together. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Single breath. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. ana nahnu,
ana nahnu,
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna,
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna,
ana nahnu,
ana nahnu,
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna,
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu,
ana nahnu, huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
huwa huma hum hiya
Single breath. Ana nahnu, huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna,
Huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
Brother Imran, looking at me.
Huwa huma hunna, huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
Excellent, mashallah. Athar.
Huwa hum
Huwa huma hum.
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma
Tum,
antuma
tum,
antum anti antuman
if you move in the same velocity in which you memorized, it will be 100% okay.
anti antuma antamtu
When you want to change the speed, everything is lost.
anti antuma antamtu
Antunna,
antunna
ana nahnu. Huwa huma hum. Next. I forget your name, brother.
Bilal.
Bilal, mashallah.
Huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
Brother Arif.
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
हुआ हुमा हुम हिया हुमा हुन्ना अंता अंतुम
Antuma,
अंतुमा अंतुम अंति अंत अंतुमा
antuma,
अंतुमा अंतुम
tunna,
अंतुमना
tunna,
अंतुन्ना अना नहनु
ana nahnu.
अना नहनु
Umar.
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antum antuma
Be fast, it will be okay.
anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
You see, in this line you were slow, you made a mistake. So, once again.
huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu.
Ana nahnu. Yes, sister.
هو هما هم هي هما هن أنت أنتما هم أنتم أنتي أنتما أنتن أنا نحن.
Ana nahnu.
हुआ हुमा हुम हिया हुमा हुन्ना अंता अंतुमा अंतुम अंति अंतुमा अंतुन्ना अना नहनु.
Ana nahnu. So, it's temporarily in your memory, temporarily. When you go home, before you go to bed, revise it 3-4 times, then you get up in the morning, revise it 3-4 times, then inshallah it will be permanently in your memory. So why shouldn't we do it the other forms right now? because we will save time of making the whole thing once again. So, this is masculine, this is feminine, this is masculine, that is feminine, this is third person, ghaib, absent, then this is second person, that is hadir, pronouns in the nasab and jar form. Pronouns in nasab, pronouns in nasab oblique jar form. Okay.
The same form? They're written the same way?
Jar and nasab are the same, but rafa is different. So this is either, sorry, it is the nasab form or the jar form, both together, one and the same. Very important thing, all of them were yeah, the same. Yes, it's written at the top, nasab and jar form. There below. What is this page?
42.
Yeah, this is page 42 below. You know, as I told you, all of them are independent words, right? But in the nasab and jar form, pronoun is never an independent word. It is never an independent word. Nasab and jar form of pronoun is never an independent word. It is always attached to either an ism, noun, or a verb, that is fail, or a harf. So it's never a complete word. So to indicate that and to keep it engraved into your mind, I will put a dash before this form to show you that it is attached. So the rafa form in Arabic is called detached or munfasil form. Zamir, munfasil, detached zamir, detached pronoun. While the nasab and jar form is always called attached pronoun. So it is attached to some other word.
Some other word or ism?
Ism, fail or harf, that is the word.